Welcome, or welcome back, to Breeze News. For today's news, Mary McDonald was involved in a serious horse crash. She survived with minor injuries and should be let out of the hospital soon. What? Breaking news. This just in. Today, April 9th, 1865, we finally have a resolution to the battle in Virginia. This afternoon, General Robert E. Lee has surrendered to the Union. Just early this morning, there was a brief battle near the town of Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia, which led to a Union victory and the Confederacy to surrender to the Union. There were 164 Union soldiers killed or wounded, and on the opposing side, there were 195 Confederate soldiers killed and 305 wounded. Now I'm going to give it to Bree, who is at the exact house where this surrender happened this afternoon.
Thank you, Bree. I am at the exact place where the surrender happened this afternoon. Luckily for me, I conveniently live right across the street. The two main men in this surrender are General Robert E. Lee on the Confederate side and General Ulysses S. Grant for the Union. This is a huge milestone for the Civil War. This is the first surrender of the war, and we may have a bright future ahead of us. Now, the terms of this surrender were rather interesting, so let's take a brief moment to talk about them. Now, during the surrender, General Lee showed up in his finest suit. I must say, he did look quite handsome. On the other hand, General Grant showed up in his normal battle outfit. Still quite handsome. General Grant did let the Confederate soldiers of Northern Virginia go instead of holding them as prisoners. The Union did also allow General Lee and his soldiers to return home with their swords and horses if they laid down their arms by federal law. Lee's starving soldiers were also given some of the Union's rations. How sweet. I did speak to the owners of this fine home to see if I could take a step inside, and well, they told me to get lost, so back to you, Bree. Cut the cameras.
Thank you, Bree. Now, on screen, you can see a map of this battle. The Confederate soldiers, as you can see, were heading west to Lynchburg to get supplies. They were initially gaining ground on the Union, but as they got closer, the Union started closing in. The Confederates were surrounded on 3 different sides. That's when General Robert E. Lee decided to surrender. Let's dig a little deeper, like we do here on Breeze News, and get a little bit of information about these 2 men that were a part of the surrender. General Robert E. Lee. He was born January 19th, 1807. He has been part of the service ever since 1821. He has fought in some battles and wars, including the Mexican-American War, John Brown's Raid, and of course, the American Civil War. General Ulysses S. Grant was born April 27, 1822. General Grant has been a part of the service since 1839. This would have made him around 17 years old when he joined. His wars include the Mexican-American War and the American Civil War. Well, I think I'm just about out of time.
Are you hungry? Even starving? Me too. This new bread will get you full in just 1 slice. 2 cents a loaf.
May cause nausea, heartburn, diabetes, smallpox, rashes, hives, or even death.
This was Breeze News. Thank you for watching, and please come back next time.